One of the people I want to talk about is a gentleman named Ed Gein. Now, I don't know if many people have heard of him, but I just found out about him because in doing research about movies that are based on real life people, I found out that this dude has not just one, but several movies that are based on his life story or events, right? He is dude from Wisconsin, from Plainfield, Wisconsin.
Right.
And he is a serial killer back in the 1950s, 40s and 50s. He was accused of kidnapping women and peeling their flesh, like skinning them, right? So basically he grew up with an alcoholic dad, a super religious mom. When his dad passed away, him and his brother would work and make money for the family, and then his brother died in a fire mysteriously, a mysterious fire. So, and then as he got older, him and his mom were like super close. So one of the movies that was based on his life is Psycho.
Hey, okay.
Right.
Okay.
So it's the story about this Norman Bates character who's like has this unhealthy relationship to his mom, and he ends up like murdering these women. They live in a motel. They run a motel, and so the part of the story that's based on Ed Gein is the relationship with his mom and the fact that the killer targeted women and stuff like that. So that was kind of based on his story. And then another movie that was based on his story is a movie called The Texas Chainsaw Massacre. So that's one that haunts me, child. I can't. I seen that movie one time and I was like, you know what? No, especially when I found out that it was based on a true story. I didn't know how much of it was part of the true story, but there's the killer in the movie is called Leatherface, right? Because he wears
the face of his victims.
The face of his victims. Like he literally peels off their face and wears it as a mask.
Gotcha.
Disgusting. So yeah, he so that part of the story is also based on Ed Gein, because he would, it's so gross. It's so disgusting. It's like crawling my flesh to think about it. So what he would do is he would, when he killed his victims, he would skin them and then make things out of their skin. Right. So, okay, and then one more popular movie that he was...
Another one?
There's more. Okay, I'm just going to do these three. Okay. Psycho, Texas Chainsaw Massacre, and the last one is Silence of the Lambs. So,
It puts the lotion on its skin or else it gets the hose again.
So, the character Buffalo Bill in Silence of the Lambs was based on Ed Gein. So, this is what happened. So, one day... this lady goes missing. She's the owner of a shop that has tools in it. What do you call those? Hardware store. Yeah. She's the owner of a hardware store. She goes missing. The son suspects Ed Gein has something to do with it because he was kind of stalking her. He was around all the time, and he, gave off real creepy vibes. So the son was like, I think it was him. So the police went to his house to investigate, and what they uncovered at his house. Prior to that, though, prior to her going missing, there was another woman who went missing, and they never found out what happened to her. But when they got to Ed Gein's house to investigate, to try to figure out like what's going on, they uncovered the most horrific thing you could possibly discover. There were body parts everywhere. They found the first missing woman that had gone missing, that they never found her body or where she was. They literally found her body hanging from a hook in the house with her head missing. They found her head somewhere else in the house in a bag. So like he had probably been planning to like skin her. When you have when you skin an animal for animal hide, you hang them. You drain the blood, you hang them so you can cut the skin off better and all that kind of like total butcher behavior. And he was also known as the butcher of Plainfield. So I don't know if you ever heard that term before, but when you hear that butcher of Plainfield, they're talking about Ed Gein.
That's crazy.
And I mean, he made clothing out of the human skin.
He was making Gucci out of human skin.
He was robbing graves, digging up people's bodies to make these clothes. So he admitted to killing 2 women, but then he admitted to like digging up graves and stealing people's bodies or whatever. They found like a belt made of nipples, like
nipple belt,
a nipple belt.
A nipple
I was
belt.
Like, this dude,
a nipple.
This the dude right
belt.
here. This is the pure evil right here. Like I was like, this is crazy.
So this dude decides he's gonna sit down and say, "Let me get creative."
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So he pretty much was in this Kanye West type mode, and he's like, "Let me do something big. I need to do something big for the runway."
Balenciaga type.
And he was like,
designer wear.
Nipple belt. I got it.
That's I got crazy. An idea. Like he was really trying to make whole accessories and outfits out of human skin, bro. I was like, who gonna buy that, Ed? Is this where you gonna wear that?
What the hell is wrong with you?
Where you gonna wear that nipple belt? And what Halloween party are you gonna wear the human mask? Okay.
Oh my God.
Where was you gonna go with that? Riddle me that, Batman. Where were you going? God. I don't know. I don't know.
A belt with nipples?
It's crazy. And then,
oh my God.
That's why, because that just sounds outrageous. So, those characters, Leatherface, Norman Bates, Buffalo Bill, all those characters were based off of this one dude.
But you know what's crazy? You telling me this is more scary than the actual movies.
Yeah. Because he was a real person. Like, he was a real person.
Hey, that nipple belt?
Yeah. Ugh,
that took it to another level.
Disgusting.
That took it to another level.
I can't even imagine like what other stuff he tried to make, and like probably had like heads in a jar. He had the woman heart hanging from a string somewhere. I don't like a trinket. Like I was like,
let me tell you what's
even crazier? Let me just say this. You know what's even crazier? Evil lives long. Cause that man, he got caught and he went to jail, but he lived to 77 years old, and he basically lived out his life in like a mental facility because he pled insanity. Like he was they said he was insane, which he is, right?
Yeah, he was. He definitely was.
Straight jacket material.
Yeah.
But you know what I'm saying? Like he lived a long time. He lived 77 years old. He died.
That's crazy.
He died in a mental facility in Wisconsin somewhere. I said,
the mystery of the world.
The evil could live a long time.
Okay.
Shoot,
the bad live long.
Terrible. It was so terrible.
Oh, my goodness.
Basically those movies, those types of movies are the ones that scare me the most. Touristas, stuff that can actually happen. Those Saw movies, when they first came out, I was like, okay, somebody could have this idea.
Right.
You know what I mean? Somebody could literally do this. Is it a little bit, over the top? Maybe, but is it possible? It is possible.
No, it definitely
People
is possible.
be having time nowadays. You know what I'm saying? People be having time.
Right.
Okay? So it's just like those types of movies, like I could deal with spirits, plead the blood of Jesus, okay? God, I ain't got time for the spirit. I'm plead the blood of Jesus. Listen, that's it. Send them back the hell to where they came from, Lord. I don't got time to be dealing with that. Easy peasy, done and squeezy, okay?
Okay.
Stuff with like monsters or Freddy Krueger or this creature coming. Take it. It's okay.
Right.
Now, I will say, some zombie movies, though, be freaking me out because the show, The Last of Us, I think it's the most recent one, where they have like the mushrooms are the ones that causing the zombie apocalypse type thing.
Right.
See, now that's because why would they use a real mushroom that we actually eat? Why would you use a real mushroom?
Because that same mushroom actually has that same zombie-like effect on insects.
No, see, this is what I'm talking about. Like
that's a real
much.
thing. It's just because
it's too much.
It's just because it doesn't have that same
because
effect
now,
on humans.
I will never eat that mushroom. I'm never going to eat that mushroom. Okay.
Oh man, yeah.
All the health benefits, you can talk about all them health benefits and all that good stuff. I'm never touching that mushroom.
Yeah,
now.
yeah. It actually like mind control
I can't.
ants as well. So yeah.
So yeah, if it's too realistic, I can't get down with it. I'm gonna have to swipe or skip that on the Netflix reel.
Yep. Where there's smoke, there's fire. That's what you got to remember with these movies. It's not too far from the truth.
It's not too far.
Because oftentimes.
That's scary.
Yeah, no, seriously. If something is close to reality, it actually makes it more interesting because it's like it gives you that thrill. You know what I mean? It's almost like being on a roller coaster, right?
Yeah.
It makes you feel like you're in danger, in which you sort of are, but you're not. So it gives you that adrenaline rush. So when you find out that a movie is real, it gives it a little bit more of an airy feel because that possibility is there.
Yeah.
It actually did happen to someone. You know? So yeah, I would say those types of movies are always going to be successful.
I'm too old for roller coasters. Leave me on the ground. Okay? Thanks.
Yeah.
That's it.
Yeah, that's crazy.